Hello and welcome. I don't think anyone associated with pharmaceutical industry would dispute the importance of writing high quality standard operating procedures or SOPs. But to aim for high quality, we should first know how to define the quality of an SOP. And that's what we will learn in the next few minutes. Hi, I am Atul Mathur and I am the author of 2 books on SOPs. Writing High Quality Standard Operating Procedures, this was published in 2017. And the latest one, Best Practices for Writing Standard Operating Procedures. This was published in 2024. Now, before defining the quality of SOPs, let's step back and ask, why does the quality of SOPs matter? Now, SOPs are, of course, at the core of basic good manufacturing practice, a GMP requirement for all pharmaceutical, biotech, and life sciences organizations. And SOPs form one of the pillars of any organization's quality system. But many times, SOPs themselves lack quality. Yes, the very document that is supposed to drive quality itself suffers from quality problems. So what kind of quality problems? Now here are some common SOP bugs. SOPs are often too wordy, too long, complicated and confusing. And when SOPs are of low quality, that is long, wordy, complicated and unclear, it obviously leads to confusion and frustration among the users. It creates non-compliances. Now, from the point of view of cost alone, just think of the man hours spent on CAPAs, corrective and preventive actions, arising from SOP non-compliances. So the low quality of SOPs can really snowball into something hugely damaging on a recurring basis. And that brings us to the key question. If we would really like to produce high quality SOPs, how do we define SOP quality? What are its key attributes? And one way to look at the quality of an SOP is in 2 parts, shell and core. It's like packaging and the thing that's inside the package. Both should be of high quality. Now the shell is what users see and experience at a superficial level. And the core is what they experience at a deeper level. At the level of shell, a high quality SOP should be well formatted and well written. And at the core, the SOP should be clear, concise, correct and compliant. Together, the shell and core means a high quality SOP should have 6 attributes: well formatted, well written, clear, concise, correct and compliant. Now let's dive slightly deeper into the shell of SOP quality. What does well formatted means? It means sufficient margins, right fonts, good line spacing, good breathing space in the document, white spaces, and well formatted numbering, bullets, headers, footers, etc. And well written means the language should be correct and easy to understand, simpler words, shorter words, imperative sentences, and so on. But good formatting and good language are not enough. And that brings us to the core of SOP quality, 4 C's. The first C is the SOP should be clear and not confusing or complicated. Users should be able to understand it easily and act without confusion. But not only clear, it should also be concise. You don't want an SOP that is clear but 120 pages long. Then in addition to being clear and concise, it should be correct. All the necessary steps and details should be included, and that too in the right order. At no stage, users should be left thinking, I'm not sure what to do next. And finally, it should be compliant with the applicable standards and regulations. So this is the core of SOP quality. Now, a good way to improve the quality of your existing SOPs would be to rate them on these 6 attributes of quality. And if you're writing a new SOP, try to aim for excellence on these 6 attributes: well formatted, well written, clear, concise, correct, and compliant. So that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks and best wishes. If you really want to know more about SOP writing skills or how to write high quality SOPs, please visit highqualitysop.com.